Good morning, everybody. How's it growing? This is Josh here with Secrets Destiny Homestead. So, what I want to talk to you today about is vacations. What do you do in your greenhouse when you're going on vacation? How are you going to keep your plants watered? Alright, so, my family and I are going on a trip to Florida like next week, right? We're in Massachusetts, driving all the way down to Florida. We just got a camper. So excited. But how am I going to keep my plants watered? I just have no clue. All right, so obviously I have the aquaponics system here. That I don't really have to worry about. That waters itself. It's kind of the nature of aquaponics, or hydroponics, sorry. Hydroponic system. I don't have fish. At least not in my greenhouse. So, what I decided to do was, I have my rain collection system, right? And I have a pump in there that I would use to pump water into my reservoir for my hydroponics, right? So I was like, I need to get another pump. I need to get a bucket. I need to be able to put water on a timer out there. And I was like, oh no, maybe I could use my garden hose and put a timer on that. And I'm like, put my faucet leaks on my garden hose, so then I'd have water dripping all the time. And we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. So it's going to be a while. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's wasting a lot of water and this and that. So I'm like, hey, why don't I use the pump in my rainwater collection system and then put that on a timer and then pump that over? So that's what I did. So I have my rainwater collection system in here, right? And in there, I hope you guys could see that. I have a pump in there, and I have like a float on there. So the pump shouldn't run dry because the float should stop it. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes the pump moves in it, and the float might touch the wall, so I was just checking that. So anyway, so I have the pump in there. I have a float so that it shouldn't run dry. If it does, this is like a spare pump, so it's not like a huge deal. But I'd rather that it doesn't burn out while I'm gone. But anyway, so I have this. Tubing here. This is like irrigation tubing that you can find at Lowe's or Home Depot or any store like that, and it's used for like putting it in the ground for like your sprinklers or whatever. So it's pretty resilient. And I just have that going all the way across here and then over to here. So I built this shelf, and I was putting my plants on here to grow, so that I could have like a shelf here and then a shelf here. And I decided to squeeze all my plants in down here, as many as I can. Some of them are even on the ground. And then I just have like a bunch of these little sprinkler heads here. And then I have like a manifold here. So I have a timer on my pump, and I'm running it with Home Assistant because I have like a bunch of stuff in my greenhouse running with Home Assistant. And that will water my plants twice a day. Okay, so I have it at 8:15, and then I have it at 1 o'clock. And I'm not sure if having it on at 1 o'clock is a good idea. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's a terrible idea. My thought was, if it gets really hot in here and I'm not here, that will help cool the plants off. But I'm also worried that might cause the sunlight to like torch the leaves. But it's not like summer yet. It's still like early spring. So I'm thinking that'll be okay. I basically just want to make sure that they don't dry out while I'm gone. So yeah, so I have that going on. And since my pump is it's like a water fountain pump, it has a high volume, but it has a low pressure. So I don't really have enough pressure to run these things. So it kind of just like drips like directly down. I wish that I could find a pump that had a higher pressure, and then they would actually work. But I haven't been able to find that. When I first built the greenhouse, I bought an RV water pump, you know, because that has high pressure. It has like, I think it could go up to like 80 psi, but it burnt out because it's not meant to run all the time. But I guess for this application that would work because I'm only going to have it on for a couple minutes and then it's going to stop. So that might work, but I don't want to spend money right now because I already spent a ton of money getting this camper ready. Like a ton of money that I wasn't planning on because I forgot how much money it costs to get set up with a new camper. So, yeah. So I'm just going to run with this, and it seems to be working. It's getting my plants all nice and wet. They're all pretty well wet. The only ones I'm worried about is the bottom row. It seems like they're getting wet because I can see the pattern on the ground there. Um, so like it looks like they should be okay. Um, and I'm thinking they'll get enough sunlight down there, like because those aren't really. Again, put in the comments below if I'm wrong, but I don't think those are sun-loving plants. Like they don't need to be in direct sunlight for like all hours of the day. Down there, they should get some sunlight, like around noontime. Um, so, because those are strawberries, and because those are strawberries from last year, and they're just like starting to come alive again. And then I have like some beets down there that are like seedlings. Like I have one onion and one watermelon. Um, so I'm hoping they'll be okay. And yeah. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of my vacation watering system. Let me know if you have any suggestions for how I can improve it. And I will catch you guys later and keep it growing.